wasn't LeBron. From now on, I'm calling the shots. I don't really care about your hating little daddy LeBron. Your mammy's a petty. Anytime I get beside myself, I remind myself from.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Finney. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holland. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here we go.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. The Panthers hit 9-2 to start play, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Up the middle they go. Shelton. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Right back to him on 1st down. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground with Benson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You look at this Carolina defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, it's Benson. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Another run here with Benson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Panthers very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the 41, here's second down and 8. To throw is Murray. Open man here is Benson. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Kyler going to give this to Benson. And a short gain here down to the 22. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harrison. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game. Like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
To throw, it's Murray. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Murray. And he will. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. From the gun on third down, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Sly able to put this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
2nd and 2. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Carolina! A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Now, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
2nd and 10. A give up the middle with Benson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
Operating from the gun, Finney. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. A loss of 2 there, second down. Benson, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Throwing now is Murray. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his fourth down call.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Finney. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Come 19.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Shelton. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 34-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. And now look at this, big gain but fumble. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover. His guys will get the football back. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Smash, smash. 79 Broncos.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
I thought that was a nice job there at feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Murray going to throw. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. A final shot before half for Murray. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing in the coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. The drive will begin with a run by Benson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 1. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
They'll go again with Benson. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They run over center with Benson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Murray now to throw. That is caught. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Here's Murray. He finds his man complete. That's Benson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Murray now. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, 2nd half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. Sly able to put this one through. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the 1st half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. In motion, the tight end. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10 now, third quarter from Charlotte.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Finney. Throwing deep for Stewart. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Panthers add 6 to their lead.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught. It's Wilson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now Murray. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready? 70 range, 70 range. Buffalo 18. Go.
They'll try the left side. It's Shelton. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Ready, ready.
This is 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Finney. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the set.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Set up. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Finney. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Murray. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Murray. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that'll put us within 3 scores as it becomes now a 23-point game.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continue.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So the challenge not a successful one, as this will stay an incomplete pass.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a give right side. Shelton.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 64 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Here we go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Mustang 19. Check go.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on and get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Operating from the gun. Murray connecting with Burton here over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Murray to air it out again. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Shelton. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Panthers, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile,